Hey guys, it's Alex 2.0 here, and it's late, and I just came back from watching the Purge Anarchy, and like I said, I thought the first one was very underrated, and this one I was really excited for because, you know, you, you're, from the trailers they're gonna show a lot more of the crimes in the streets and pretty much anarchy. Pretty much what everyone wanted to see in the first movie. And yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. The cast was serviceable. Um, Not bad. It's by now it's if you've seen it by now. I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna go into spoiler, but if you've seen it by now, it's definitely more an action thriller than horror. I mean, it still has the horror elements, but it's definitely now the definitely a lot more of an action thriller, and I don't mind that. It works. It's pretty much what the story is about. Without spoiling it, it's pretty much just about a guy played by Frank Grillo. I I think that's how you pronounce his name. If you've seen Captain America Winter Soldier, he was one of the bad guys. I believe so. Yeah, he's going out for the Purge night to get revenge on somebody. Pretty much that's his motivation. And he meets up with mother and daughter who are being attacked. And I won't go so much in their character because I guess I will be spoiling it. They have how they got in danger, pretty much, on why they're in danger. I wouldn't go into that, but and he also meets up with a couple who their car breaks down, and they're looking for help, and they're being pretty much chased by the hoodlums. If you've seen the trailer, those freaky guys with the mask. There's that one with that has God on his forehead. There's another one. They're on motorcycles. They have this like skeleton-like faces in their mask. Really creepy when they pop up. They'll get together and they'll trying to survive the night, except for the main character who's looking for revenge. The action is well done. There are some parts that it's a little too shaky cam, but for the most part, it was well done. One thing I would really complain about, it's not really the movie. It's not the movie's fault. It's, I say, the theater's fault, because I was in a more smaller room, more smaller theater, so the sound was a lot more louder. So every time there was gunshots and stuff like explosions, it was like super to the extreme loud, and it kind of gave me a headache halfway through the movie. But it's not, it's not the movie's fault. It's more the theater experience. So I won't brag. I won't take points away from the movie, because that's just something that I'll take points off the theater experience. But crazy stuff happens. They bump into a lot of crazy nuts who and it's really there was some stuff that was really fascinating that I'm glad they brought in. Like, I don't want to give too much away, but there's they can never be too careful, because there's snipers in towers, just randomly killing people. There's something happens to one of the in one scene that I thought, oh, that's really clever. And like in the sidewalk, if you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't want to give it away, but that was well done. There's many like groups of crazy nuts who are just going out killing people. There's like a bus full of criminals. It seems like they are criminals because they all have tattoos and shit. Like a huge truck of like, and then you see another truck on fire, or random guys were like, kind of those like old school those like tanks like from like Mad Max. It's kind of like that in the railroad, I think it's the railroad tracks, yeah, or just some random people with weapons on the street just randomly killing people. It's insane. uh, but so yeah, I don't want to give it too much away. I mean, if you enjoyed the first one, or if you mildly enjoyed it, I would definitely recommend it. If you hated it because you didn't get to see enough of the action in the streets and the crimes, I still recommend it very much. If you just hated the first one just because you thought the premise was completely stupid, you probably it won't win you over. But yeah, I mean, the movie, I would say it does drag a little bit at the end. It didn't ruin it, but it is a longer movie than the first one, and by the last 10 minutes, I just felt tired, because a lot of things actually happened in the movie, and one of the final sequences in the movie, I don't want to give away, but it is very Hunger Game-ish or Battle Royale-ish. I'm saying, if you hate Hunger Games, I'll see Battle Royale-ish. It'll remind you of kind of that. So that was interesting. See what else. As much as I enjoyed it, there are things that were a little bit predictable, but that's fine. I mean, I'm not gonna brag on the movie, that much about it, but because it was something like, oh, I hope this happens, and it does happen. That's fine. I wanted it to happen. One thing I've mentioned was Michael K. Williams. I'm pretty sure you know who he is. He's pretty much becoming a rising star in the last year or so. He plays this like it seems almost like a Black Panther-ish kind of a guy, where he's just promoting, him and his group are promoting an anti-purge, where they're pretty much against the whole idea of purging, and they say they have their own kind of like website, where one of the characters, the daughter of one of the main characters, she's looking at it, and he's saying like, oh, it's just a propaganda thing. It's for money. The government. Rich people just want money, and that's why we have the purge. Don't be fooled. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't help. It doesn't cleanse your soul. It's all. It's all scam. And he was right. He was right. But yeah, that's not a spoiler, but it's in the trailer, so yeah, I mean, like, if you're really looking forward to this movie, I say watch it. Definitely, it's worth the ticket expense. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something else without spoiling it. There's some parts where it seems like, I could be wrong, but it seemed to me they used CG blood, and there's one part in the movie where like it was so fake looking, and that disappointed me. But it happened so quick. If you blink, you'll miss it. But it's there. I could tell it's CG, so I didn't like that. Well, like I mentioned before, there's some stuff that happens that I found predictable. One of them, I won't give away anything, but one of them was, um, one of them was like, I wish it happened, and it did. Another part was like, oh, I don't know, something's gonna happen, and it did happen. Not because I wanted it to happen, but I knew something bad was gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, it is a crazy film. But I enjoyed it. Um, and and there's still some room for more sequels, more films. Hopefully they do another one. I'm pretty sure they will. I mean, so far it's made 13 million on Friday. So, and it only cost 9 million. So pretty much, I'm pretty sure they're already thinking of ideas for a part 3. So yeah, definitely check it out. I recommend it. It's it's crazy. It's a crazy film, and one last thing. The main character, Frank Grillo. I'm sorry I'm butchering your name, but when you see this movie, you see him in this movie, you're probably gonna think Punisher. The Punisher, yes, I said it. But he's in the Captain America franchise, so I'm pretty sure he won't get to be the Punisher. But he does have the Punisher look in this movie, so um, that's a good thing. So those are my thoughts on the Purge, Anarchy, and good movie. It's not the greatest film ever. It has its problems, but definitely entertaining for what it is. So stay tuned for more reviews, and adios.